I'm very excited to have Barbara Banner here. Barbara is a Los Angeles person and I believe very glamorous. And thank you very much for coming and being on the show.
I am so happy to be here. It's my joy, my pleasure.
Oh, God, God. I want to just tell people that this guest is a certified medium, and there are a couple groups that have certified her. One is Helping Parents Heal, that we're going to talk about a little bit today, and then also Find a Certified Medium with Mark Ireland. And it's awesome that you've been certified, and I guess that means that you know what you're doing.
I hope that means that they don't want to have a whole list of certified mediums that they have take through the ringer to
I see.
Pass the test and to know that this is not a quack. This is somebody who's proven themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Basis,
yeah.
yes.
So I want to start off by talking about helping parents heal, because when you and I started talking about maybe you coming on the podcast, that was a topic that came up, and I just found it so interesting and so heartfelt and generous. And that, to me, that's my kind of thing. Is I want to help other people, and I want to do it from the bottom of my heart. And that's you, Barbara. That's the way you do it.
First of all, that's what we're supposed to do on this lifetime, or we are supposed to help others and be of service to others. And if you don't, you're going to have to come back a lot of times and take that class again. So you might as well do it now. So
I hear you. And I love it. I think that I was doing a little bit of checking out about helping parents heal. Now, is it centered in California? Is that where the main offices are? Or can you tell me about that?
It's actually an international group.
Oh, wow.
They have different satellites all over the country and some in Europe. The owners, the people who started, they live in Arizona, I believe. So
I see.
So some of the groups across the country are close to where some people live and they can get together in person. And some of them they'll do on Zoom. So It doesn't matter there. And then they'll have a big gathering where everybody can meet everybody.
So it's an international thing. That's fantastic. That's great. And it's a nonprofit or not-for-profit corporation. I noted that there are a lot of different, like I would call them like subsets or associated groups that they have, and like helping siblings heal.
And helping fathers heal.
Fathers.
So we have expanded it. The poor fathers, everyone's so upset for the mother, but the fathers are grieving, and they're the ones who are having the problems expressing themselves. They're the ones who keep it in to keep the family together and to be stoic. And I'm getting goosebumps right now from Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
They need help as well. Everybody grieves their own way, but it's the men who really hold it in, and it can be havoc for everybody.
Everybody. And men certainly across the world, men often will dominate women and they won't treat them very well. They're known to be brutish in some cultures. But as a father myself, I can say that I have nothing but respect for women in my life and the women in general. But the thing is that we culturally, we fathers, it's a whole different thing. We're not encouraged to express ourselves at all.
No, that's not masculine. And in different cultures, that would be unacceptable.
Yes. And different nationalities, I think.
Right. Customs and all the different countries, they all look at things differently, and even grief.
And so I think it's so wonderful that they have that. And the idea that siblings also they have a little bit different slant on grief than a parent. And there's a group supporting them. And I think it's awesome. There's one aspect of the helping parents heal that I really liked a lot, and that's the caring listeners group.
Yes.
And my understanding is they have, I think, 35 or so people who I guess are trained
listen. Or have been Shining Light parents in the past and want to get involved and are there for you when you just need to talk. And believe me, People just need to talk, no matter what time it is. There'll be somebody there who can help you. And such
Yeah.
a great service.
Grief doesn't go by a clock.
No, it doesn't. You can
Right.
wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to breathe or can't take it another second.
Yes, especially right in the night where everything is dark and no one else is up and you're all alone and
You're
that
all
sort
alone.
of
You
thing.
always feel alone. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is so great. And from what I read, that they can talk to you in person or by Zoom or by phone, and that
Whatever
is
way is, yes, you're not tied down to any one way. If it's a
that
phone call or if it's Zoom, or they have therapists there. The beautiful thing about helping parents heal is they can be there for you from the day your journey starts
okay.
until the end of your life. You know what I mean? It's a community that knows how you feel, that is bonded. It's like nobody wants to be in this club. But if
Yeah.
it happens, you want to be in this.
You want to be part of a club. Now, you mentioned a term, shining light parent.
Right.
And
How
what
they
is
talk
what's
about
that?
military people are shining light parents.
Okay.
They don't look at themselves as victims, a
Mhm.
bereavement group. They don't want to bring it down like that. These are shining light parents, and that's what they prefer to be called.
I see. Okay. People who are cancer survivors. Some people portray themselves as victims of cancer. And some say,
Exactly.
I prevailed. They
I'm a
look at
survivor, I'm not a victim. Exactly.
different ways.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. I also thought that this organization, Helping Parents Heal, is really quite sophisticated, in my opinion. They have
Why do you find that?
looked at the ways that people today get their information and what they want to use or might want to use. So they have a documentary there called Life to Afterlife.
Life after life, right?
Life to Afterlife. Yeah. Mom, can you hear me? And it's a story of 17 parents, and they talk about what happened to them.
What happened and the signs they can get, all their different, everyone's experience is different. There's things that are the same, but everybody handles grief in a different way.
Right.
And time. There's no one way is right.
No, and some grieving people want to talk to a person. But if I'm a grieving person and I'm a real solid introvert, I might rather watch a film. And I still get the benefit of someone's opinion, but I don't have to be there. I don't have to talk with them. And I think that's a really strong part of it, that they taking the grieving person where they are. Because you said,
right,
like from the beginning,
where they are. Yeah.
Right where they are.
The beginning, they can just be there for you.
Yeah.
They have support groups and everything that's going to go on this healing journey, because it is a journey. It morphs, it goes into something else, but it all has the thread that goes through it of all these people who lost the most important person in the world to them and shouldn't have been this way. They say we should have gone first. And
Right.
that's because that's how people feel.
Yes. I can't imagine what it would be like. And I've known people that have had that happen to them, but talking about it like this, about what does someone that has that happen to them, what do they need? And in what way should it be delivered? I think it's a fantastic group. And I'm so glad that when we talked that you let me know that this is one of the ways you're certified, because I think it's a fantastic outfit there. And there's a book as well, and that the 17 parents have written in the book. And from the materials, it says that it's not a poor me statement in the book.
Right.
It's more
empowering. It empowers you and lifts your spirits. What I try to do in readings to lift everybody's spirit. They have lots of resources, every kind of resource. They have books that they recommend. They have a yearly get together in a hotel and have mediums there and talks and workshops. And they do everything they can to get you through.
Oh, that is so awesome. I can imagine at the beginning of your journey that you are in heavy duty grieving period.
There's
And
so many stages. You never know when you're going to get them, or you figure, or say, take me instead. You
yes,
just don't know
right.
exactly what you're feeling.
And at some point in time, I would think that the person would be, I'm tired. They have a statement. They have a thing in AA, which I'm a member of. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so I'm sure that there are people that are grieving, and they're like, after a while, they're like, I'm just sick. I'm sick of feeling sad all the time. Where do I go now? And this group has all the info for you. I think it's great. I appreciate you talking about it, because I know that you don't represent that group in particular, but you're certified and you work with them. Yeah.
The thing is that our kids, they want you to be happy. They want more than anything for you to have joy.
Okay.
And to go forward and have more kids, whatever you need. They want you to not feel guilty for enjoying life. That's their number one purpose in the afterlife. They want you to have joy and laughter. Absolutely. It's amazing. They're afraid to laugh, or they feel guilty if they're happy about something. That's not what they want. They just want you to feel their love and know that they're there with you, and that they're by your side, and that they're going to show you, and that they're going to help you and guide you. They always tell me, they say, tell my mom that she took care of me my whole life, and now it's my time to take care of her, to help guide her. They know what you're thinking. They know what's in your head, and they want to make it better. They want you to find the joy. There was one reading I did which absolutely solidified my passion for this group. Can I tell you about that?
Absolutely. Please do. Perfect timing for that.
So somebody who was a member of the group, I wasn't certified then, but she asked me if I'd come to her little group and do a group reading. And I said, absolutely. A mother there who'd lost a son around 6. In my readings, I'll say, you can ask your son a question, but for the first question, I want to do it where I don't know what the question is. I don't want my head involved. I just want spirit to just give me what it is. So
you ask that, they're supposed to ask the question
telepathically. Just ask it in your head. Do not open your mouth and tell me anything.
Yep.
And I said, and we're going to see what your son gives us as the answer to your question. So I said, I see your son riding on the back of a giant butterfly in heaven. It's enormous. He's holding on. He's dive bombing. He's laughing. He couldn't be having a better time. And I said, does that make any sense to your question? And she started crying. She goes, you have no idea it does. I said, so what was the question? She said, what's my son doing? What are you doing in heaven right now? And here's the amazing part. She said, when my son passed, I wanted to say the right things to his little sister so that I could explain death, explain his passing.
It's a big moment for everybody.
The right way.
Yep.
And she said, and I bought a book. And she sent me a picture of the page, the book that she read to her daughter. That is a little boy.
Oh my gosh.
Riding on the back of a butterfly in heaven. That was profound for me and for her.
Yeah.
So anything, and the little boy's giving me chills right now, for any little thing in her mind that says, I don't know if I can believe it, that he's not gone, that was something that would make her stop. He had to be here. He had to know or tell me, put in my mind what the question was.
Right.
Because he knew that I could show her the picture of the same exact thing you described.
Wow.
I said, this is a seminal moment for me. I want to help parents through this.
It locked in so solid. You were like that. If I had any question about it,
That was
Damn.
a sign. The parents she
Yeah.
got a sign that
Yes.
he gave me a sign.
Yes.
Lady, this is what you need to be doing.
Yes. It was something that you said in talking about that brought me to another question, line of questioning that I have. And that is, there are groups of people all across this country and in the world that they've been raised in a certain religion
Yeah.
and they've been taught their whole lives that this kind of medium stuff, it's bad. It's not nothing to
You're
be, stay
dealing
away
with
from
the
it.
devil. That's they think it is. Yeah.
And then there are other people, scientists, people that they've lived their whole lives doing science. And interestingly enough, in my podcast in interviewing people, a lot of people that I've interviewed that are mediums and do this spiritual work have been scientists. And then something happened and they just
A
accepted it.
neuroscientist, a neurodoctor, neurosurgeon, Eben Alexander.
Yes.
He had an NDE and he
Right.
never believed
NDE being near-death experience.
near-death experience and came back with an amazing story about meeting his sister that he never met. It turned him around. He's been a proponent of all of this. He's on podcasts. He's got books. He told the scientific community, this is real. This isn't just some little glitch that they thought they're seeing something. This is real.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that because I'm familiar with him, but I hadn't thought about him in this context, which is if anyone that's listening to the podcast or watching it and they're thinking this is a bunch of hooey or whatever, this guy I think it was a neurosurgeon.
Neurosurgeon, yes.
Yeah. And he had spent his whole life poo-pooing this stuff.
Poo-pooing it. A little brain fog or whatever.
So he dies I forget heart attack. I forget what it was, but he actually died.
It was quick. It was a quick, something just got him.
And when I say die, I was interviewed the other day by this group of people, some of whom believed or could accept even thinking about it, and some couldn't very well. And this one person said, yeah, but no one's really died and come back. And I tried to explain, that's what these near-death experiences are. When these people die, they're dead.
Their physical, their consciousness is alive and kicking.
Right.
Body ain't working anymore. Okay.
Not at all.
It's just the body, physical body. We don't need that up there. We're just energy, just moving to a different form.
That's right.
So,
and Eben Alexander talks, because being a neurosurgeon, if you're in the operating room, you're very cognizant of if someone's alive or not, and you're monitoring it scientifically that they are or they aren't. And when he talks about himself, he talks about that all the scientific analysis showed that he had no brain activity. It wasn't a hallucination that he had.
Right.
It wasn't anything like that. He was on the other side. Right. And thank you for bringing that out, because I'm not trying to tell people what to believe, but if you're interested in hearing about things and having an open mind about it, Eben Alexander, you can see him. Anybody who types that into the computer, Eben, EBAN, I think it is, Alexander. Yeah.
There's also, there's so much scientific evidence. They're saying it's not even an issue if it's real or not. But a friend of mine, Dr. Mark Pitzik, who's one of the pioneers with this, and he's also working on the soul phone with Dr. Schwartz. He has a website that has like decades of articles that he's put together and scientific programs and proof of life after physical death. And it's soulproof.com. That's it. And there's 40 years of information. It is available free. Articles, documentary, ebooks he gives away free. He's a prolific writer as well. It's endless. All you have to do is sign up for the newsletter, and that's free. He's got classes free. It is a wonderful one-stop resource.
What's the name of it again?
Soulproof, SOULPROOF.com.
Thank you so much. I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds really wonderful.
It's the best. It's in one place. You want to know about angels? There's an article on that. You want to know if they eat spaghetti on the other side? There'll be an article on that. It's one stop.
I think that is so exciting to hear because I'm going to pass a word about that because what I'm trying to do in part in this podcast is to let people know that the consciousness that we are, it continues. It's immortal. Whoever we are, that's
It
staying.
is our
That's
essence.
forever.
It is the same. They may show us how they were when they were in our lifetime and how they treated us. But that's just repeating their role that they played.
That's right.
That's not really them. If you've got somebody who was an alcoholic or beat his wife, that's not his essence. He's just
No.
showing what his part was in this.
Mm.
And we don't understand at the time
No.
why this is good for us.
That was him in the human
Yes,
life.
in human, not we're souls in a human suit. So yeah, they just do it so you could say, yeah, that's my dad.
Yeah.
So that you'll know who it was. And we don't know why these lessons are helping us until we get to the other side. And then I always say there's a whiteboard there with child passes, what it did for you, and elevating your soul and expanding your consciousness. We have to wait. Don't jump the gun.
No, I'll wait to figure out what is it that I learned by one lesson or another that was pretty painful here in this life, but was meant to teach me something.
Right.
And also that one aspect of that I just want to talk about briefly is that there are people who do a lot of suffering in this life. And that is something that they signed up for.
Exactly.
And that if you look at it in that context and in the sense of immortality, the time in the human body is quite short.
Like that.
Yeah.
I was told that if you're on the other side and you're playing a game of cards, you could say, you know what, I have to go to the bathroom for a second. And by the time you come back, you said, oh, I had a great life. Great life. Okay. This was a no-brainer. Not just for them.
Oh,
I hate the cards and you're
Yes.
done.
Yes. Though that's a great analogy there because yes, that's how long it takes, right? In the sense of the permanent. Yeah. It's so nice to talk with you, Barbara, and to be talking about this. I know that, let me ask you, in your work, specifically with the parents, helping people, have you had folks come talk to you that really were non-believers?
Yes.
Non-believers in what you do. That's what.
Yes. Especially when the grief starts, when somebody just passes. And by the way, I love what Edgar Cayce says. They're not gone. They just went a little ahead of you. You're all going to meet up for the party. Just hold your horses and they're going to help you through this. Don't worry. You are never alone. And all they want to do is put little things in your head so that you stay on the right path and you understand it's time to laugh. Helping parents heal will help you through it, whether it's support groups or these people will become your friends. They will be there for you no matter what. It's just such a supportive place to be for the whole journey.
You have a lot of experience with dealing with people who are in traumatic experience situations.
Yes.
And so I'm sure that some of the work that you do is not really medium work, but it's talking to a human being that's in a traumatic situation, which you have worked with for years and years.
I've had a lot of volunteer things that I've done that have to do with crisis.
Right.
And I was volunteering at the city's crisis response team.
Mm-hmm. City of Los
Angeles. And I'd be called out to a scene where there is a deceased body and the police are there and the family comes on the scene or the witness of something that was
big moment.
The worst time in their entire life. And I'm there to just be there for them and help them get through it. Okay. Because the police have things to do. They're measuring, they're asking questions. So it was such an honor to be able to do this. Even if I had to go out at 3 a.m. to the worst part of town, it had to be done. And people ask me, did you take it home with you? And I just say, with my background for so many years dealing with grief and all of this, I just compartmentalized. I didn't have time, or I wasn't selfish enough to say, I have to deal with this. This is so sad. I just was there and did my job. And if I want to cry, it'll be on the way home. But I really try to put it away that we help somebody today.
I can say that I'm not a kid, and I have lived a lot of life, and I've met a lot of people, and I don't know too many that could do what you did. Really. I considered myself pretty brave for doing legal work involving families and custody and things
Right.
like that. You're in the real life there. No getting away from it. But your work was at such a focus point of life where someone witnessed a horrible crime or a horrible accident or whatever.
Or was the
Wow.
parent of this? Yeah. It's people
I don't-
used to ask me. It's a question so many people ask me. Why are you doing this? You go to an orphanage and play London Bridge is falling down with somebody instead of. I said, I do it because I can.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that was the answer.
Yes.
I can do this. And not everybody can on a consistent basis.
No. And I think that is so true. You were given this gift of being able to do what you do. This is who you are in this human lifetime. And I just give my opinion. I try to shy away from talking myself about too much spiritual stuff here on the podcast. But in this particular topic, I think, were brought to this work by Spirit. And you were brought little by little to get there. And it's not an accident that you're doing this medium work with helping parents heal. It's not an accident at all. It's meant to be.
I know. I've had many channelers who we swap readings, and they all say the same thing. You've been doing this for 1,000 years.
Okay.
This is not. That's why when I started training after all these paranormal things were going on in my house, I said, they're calling me. I hadn't even meditated. I thought, what about meditation is? But I was always interested in paranormal things and watched it. I always was interested. But yeah, that's why from the first meditation to when I hung a shingle and started donating readings to people and doing swapping readings, it was 7 months. It was so fast.
Wow. That is very fast. Yeah.
So they just said, okay, we've got you for 35 years doing all of this volunteer work and you had the best trainers and grief counselors in the world working with you. You're going to hit the ground running. I'm not taking any more time with you. So
let's get on with it. Let's get going.
Let's get on with it. This is my purpose in life. And by the way, I was told that when you find your purpose in life, you stop aging and you don't get sick. So I'm okay.
That's awesome. You don't look a day over 89.
Thank you.
It's really gorgeous.
So there are some perks too, but that isn't the big one.
You know what? When you say that, because I know people that are very spiritual, and I was introduced to this one who's become a friend of mine, and I just turned 85. And if no one had told me that, I would have said 65, because they just have this energy in them coming out of them, and it just makes them just glow.
It's the light, which they call themselves the shining light parents because their child had that light. And they're in their heart.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. I'm out of time on this particular episode.
Okay.
It's flown by. And I wanted to get into more talking about some of your experiences as a medium. And so would you be willing to come back and do some more interviews?
Absolutely. I have so many interesting readings and little snippets that will make everybody smile.
Good, then. Yeah, we'll get away from all this serious talk, but I have really appreciated this conversation, and I hope that everybody else will too.
If anybody out there is grieving or has a child, helpingparentsheal.org. And everything you possibly could need is right there. You don't have to lift a finger.
And
they lift you.
And finding you on the internet is Banner Medium.
.com.
.com. All one word, BANNER medium.com.
And I'm on TikTok and Facebook and all of those things too.
And I'm enjoying you on TikTok.
Oh, are you my little?
Very much.
Yeah. Well, it shows the kind of information you can get in one of the readings.
Yes.
Everyone's different.
That's right. All right. Let's finish up for now and we'll get right back on it. Okay.
Terrific.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks. Bye-bye.